All units, report status.
Proceed to final countdown. Proceed to final countdown. Proceed to final countdown.
Look at the titans of modern Indian politics, and you will find leaders defined by fierce pragmatism and iron will. Men who commanded massive crowds and steered a nation of 1 billion people through turbulent decades. Yet the architect of one of India's most formidable political movements built his life on entirely different terms. He never married, he had no children, his greatest personal devotion was to the written word. Vajpayee viewed rigid political structures through a literary lens, treating the composition of Hindi poetry as an essential method for processing his world. This dual identity, the solitary artist drafting verses and the relentless leader commanding the stage, gave him a unique rhythm in government. He approached the sprawling, complex challenges of nation-building with the careful, measured cadence of a writer arranging stanzas. To understand exactly how he held the highest office in the world's largest democracy, we must look past roaring election rallies and examine the quiet intellectual behind them. That intellectual foundation was laid on December 25, 1924, in the province of Gwalior in British India. Growing up in what is now Madhya Pradesh, he began his formal academic training at Victoria College, known today as Lakshmibai College. He then moved to Kanpur to pursue further studies at DAV College, transitioning from his local roots to a larger academic environment. Across these two institutions, his focus shifted from the private study of texts to the public application of ideas, as he began integrating his literary voice with a growing interest in national service. By the time he completed his formal education, he had moved beyond the classroom, ready to apply the precision of his poetic training to the high-stakes arena of national debate. He brought that commanding voice to the turbulent landscape of mid-century Indian politics. His initial organizational roots were planted in the Bharatiya Jana Sangh. He leveraged that early framework to engineer something far larger, eventually becoming the founder of the modern Bharatiya Janata Party. His ambitions stretched beyond party building. From 1977 to 1979, he took the global stage as the Minister of External Affairs under Prime Minister Morarji Desai. Managing international relations required a different kind of rhetoric. It sharpened his diplomatic instincts and proved he could navigate complex geopolitical currents without getting bogged down by domestic disputes. By building a massive domestic political apparatus and establishing a firm grasp on foreign affairs, he now had the twin engines required to pursue the Prime Minister's office. His first grip on power was brief. In May 1996, he secured the prime ministership, only for his government to collapse 16 days later. Yet he returned. In 1998, he reclaimed the office, forging a coalition that held solid for 6 continuous years until 2004. During this sustained term, he made his most aggressive defensive maneuvers, leading India decisively through a new nuclear era. But he balanced that stark military posture with an intense push for diplomatic engagement, working to stabilize the very international relations those tests had rattled. You can see this global reach in his February 2003 meetings at the Non-Aligned Movement Summit in Kuala Lumpur, where he strategized directly with Malaysian Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad. By surviving a full 6-year term while simultaneously navigating nuclear escalation and high-level international summits, he transitioned from a short-lived placeholder to a central figure in India's global strategy. Eventually, the political tenure ended, and he stepped back from the relentless demands of the public eye. His later years were intensely private, marked by a quiet, debilitating fight against dementia and diabetes. The historical record closes on August 16, 2018. At 93 years old, he died in a New Delhi hospital from multiple organ failure. He stood as the 10th Prime Minister of India, a leader whose decisions steered the structural realities of the modern Indian state. His legacy is dual. He engineered a massive, enduring political machine, yet he operated it with the careful, measured statesmanship of a lifelong poet.